Hey guys, Mike here, Chasing Health and Nutrition. Just came back from San Francisco. I like to get coffee cups everywhere I go because I'm a big coffee aficionado. San Francisco has good coffee cups. I'm using it to get my caffeine stimulation as part of my what I'm calling an EC stack because I don't use the A. I'll explain that to you in just a minute. What happens when you go on a diet is there's always something at the end that's catch. Whether you do South Beach, Atkins, a juicing diet, whatever it could be. I've been lifting and bodybuilding for over 4 decades. I've always been a protein person. But I've been a recent convert to juicing, and I'll tell you why. When you diet with juicing, your weight comes off in a straight line just like this. There's no plateaus. So for people that are older, even older than 50, older than 60, older than 70, I'm recommended juicing as a way to diet. And I'm a person that has never grown accustomed to juicing ever. I still don't like the taste of it. I just can't get used to it. But I do it because I recognize the value of juicing. So I use it as a tool. What I want to quickly do is show you what the drawback of juicing is. And I noticed it right away because my arms got smaller than I had ever seen them. What happens with juicing is, along with the fat that you lose on that ride straight down that slope, you also lose muscle tissue. And the reason is because juicing does not provide enough protein for your body. So it has to supplement if you're not using protein powders, which I don't use protein powders. But if you don't, then you end up like this. And I lost 65 pounds so far. I'm about 10 pounds under where I ever was when I was carrying less than 10% body fat and using a lot of proteins. And now I still have this little bit of extra body fat that I don't really care for. Actually, there's a little bit everywhere that I don't really care for. And it's not that I'm vain. I just like to dress nice and look slim. I think that's a good look. So that just happens to be for me, but I think everybody likes to have a nice physique. And you can take it off fast and change your physique, and that's what I'm going to try to do, is lose another maybe 10 pounds and then switch. Actually, I've already started. I just started working out beginning of the week again, and I've been slowly adding more protein to my diet. And here's what I want to do is balance out the juicing and the protein now that I've lost weight, and hope that I can slowly lose the weight and transform some muscle, build some muscle so that it will actually burn off the extra fat on me, and I can keep those few extra pounds off instead of putting extra weight on, because I don't want to be as heavy as I used to carry. I'm not as young, and I don't feel like I need to carry that extra weight anymore. So I want to keep it off. While I did diet, I felt good the whole time. I never got sick, and I want to show you what I used to supplement to keep my health up. It may be something different for you, and these are not necessarily in any order, but I do want to start with the one that is number 1. This one is in order, the rest of them are not. That is magnesium. And this is a Solar product. It's magnesium potassium aspartates. I don't always use it with potassium. Probably just happen to be on the shelf like that. I like Solar products. I was using liposomal magnesium, which is pretty expensive. It's a liquid form. It's supposed to be more bioavailable for your body. But I never found there was any difference using that over the tablet, the capsule magnesium. So I'm sticking with capsule magnesium. And another one that I liked to use was B12. B12 is huge in your metabolic functions, just like magnesium is. In fact, B12 will give you a lot of energy through the day. You can take it all day long if you want, a couple of them anytime you want. Let me say one more thing about magnesium. Don't think that magnesium is not important. Magnesium is huge in metabolic function of every single cell in your body. In fact, every single living creature on this earth uses magnesium for metabolic function in their bodies. And when you have a low amount of magnesium in your body or are deficient, You can have heart problems and all kinds of problems. In fact, I know of a person that actually had a heart attack and they traced it to a magnesium deficiency. It's that vital. So please, if you take something, take magnesium first, especially if you're going to be doing any kind of body shaping or workouts or something aerobic exercise to reshape your body after you lose weight. Another one is an old standby that everyone takes. Most people like the flavor of it. We got these for the kids. This is a nature-made Natural Factors product. We also buy a lot of Natural Factors. They tend to make things that are that have certified organic products in them. I'm not saying this is, but I did read the ingredients. We like it. We use it. You can pop vitamin C's all day long. They don't have any levels that are toxic, so you could be free to do that. Another one that I like to use, especially this time of year, which is getting into the fall and winter, is vitamin D3. This is a Now product. I use it because it's liquid. It has medium chain triglycerides. In this case, it means coconut oil. I guess I'm riding the coconut oil bandwagon with everybody else. D3 is huge for your immune system, and if you're working out or losing weight, you want the extra boost in your immune system, although juicing is really good for your immune system. This one is another, is called Nature's Plus Animal Parade Gold. Some of the things I like about this one is it's for kids really. I just slap a few of them down. You know what? I'm too lazy to go look for a men's multivitamin to take. There's just too many of them out there. Maybe I'll do some research on that sometime, but it's just ridiculous. I'm trying to find a good one to take. Anyways, but what I really like about this is it uses xylitol for a sweetener. Xylitol is a sugar alcohol. It does nothing to your blood sugar levels at all. It doesn't react in the same way sucrose and fructose is, and it's not processed the same way in your body. So it's a really safe form of sugar. It's made from hardwood trees, bark, mostly birch. See if you can get that. One of the problems with xylitol now is that they're also making it from corn, and corn is almost 90% genetically modified on this earth, and I think GMOs are very destructive to, among other things, the bacteria fauna on this earth. We're completely changing the earth, and I hope they get a handle on that sometime. But I'm not going to, that's a whole nother video on its own. I'm not going to cover that right now. That's all I'll say. Another thing I really like about these is they're certified organic food products in their vitamins. And so I'm an organic person, so I like that about them. Here's two that kind of go together. And this is for what people call body detox. That's not a word that I ascribe to necessarily, but I'm just going to use it to keep this video short instead of explaining why I don't. Niacin activated charcoal. You want niacin. These are both Solar Ray products. This is 500 milligrams. You see that? You want the flush. Don't buy niacinamide. Don't buy time release. Don't buy the stuff that says non-flush. You want the flush. That is your body flushing out toxins and poisons and throwing them either into your digestive system, where activated charcoal, you put down a couple of these, two of these are 280 milligrams a piece. Two of them have an activated absorbing surface area the size of a football field. So you can imagine how much they absorb, and very good for removing unwanted things in your body. However, I will say they remove things you want too, so if you take them with vitamins, you're messing up because you're absorbing. What I usually do is take the B with my vitamins after some kind of a meal or getting something in my stomach. Do not take it on an empty stomach, at least not your first time. I'm up to about 1,000 milligrams right now. Then when I start to feel the flush, I'll slap down some activated charcoal and hope that that stuff does its job. I've been using it for about 2 weeks. You know what? I think it really makes a difference, and I think it does work in that way. What better yet is there's an video by Dr. Mercola, and he talks to a doctor that was actually helping drug addicts recover and detox their bodies from drug addiction by using this and using a sauna and sweating it out, which is the other huge way to do that. I wish I had a sauna. I'd like to do it that way. But for this, it'll work for me. And I'll put the Mercola article as a link down at the bottom so you can see more about that if you're interested in it. I'll say this about activated charcoal for people who have believe that body bacteria is very important, that if you use activated charcoal to brush your teeth, it absorbs all the bacteria in their mouth and you're starting over from zero bacteria in your mouth. If you brush with activated charcoal a couple times a day, you're losing all your saliva and your pre-digestive process in your mouth. So that's something you want to be aware of. Here's a neat little thing. A lot of people know about it nowadays. Bodybuilders have been doing this, and I was talking about it earlier. Bodybuilders have been doing this for decades and decades, even way before I was born. Sudafed, over-the-counter ephedra, is what it is. It's the E in the ECA stack. A lot of people don't use the A anymore, which is aspirin, because of all the health issues that are related to aspirin now, and they've never really formulated a theory or a complete theory on what the aspirin actually does or how it works. So I have even used to use ECA. Now I just use the ephedrine and the caffeine. It works just as good. So I don't use the A anymore. So for dosages, just you can go to a website called ephedrine.com, and it will actually give you dosages that you can use that are safe dosages. You should be aware that this stuff will raise your blood pressure. It raises it to a level about like not even a workout level or a running level or an aerobic exercise level above what it normally is. So that's something you want to take into consideration. Here's something I have just recently began using again. I used to use it all the time. I like it. It's called NO Explode. No Explode is a BSN product. Nitric oxide. What it does is expand blood vessels and arteries in your body as a shortened form of explanation, so that oxygen can travel really freely throughout your body, and so that the exchange with the bad acids and things you build up for a workout, like lactic acid and things like that, you actually can work out harder when you take this stuff. I'm not kidding. Okay, another product I like to use, Cell Mass, as a post-product workout. It just goes with the NO Explode. It is creatine, glutamine. It will build muscle. I can attest to that because I've used these two together. I've seen the results of it over the years. Any product you choose, though, I like these because they taste good, and I just used them forever since they first came out. So I like to do that, and what I'm doing right now is I'm in that process of starting the bodybuilding workout thing. I started working out. I'm still juicing, and I'm going to keep juicing. And because I want to keep this video short, what I'll do is make another video tomorrow on the weekend and tell you how I'm starting my workout routine, and if you're older, how you want to do it. Now, if you're older, none of these vitamins have toxic levels, or if you're younger. So the only one to be a little bit concerned about maybe is the D3. The vitamin B6, the niacin, I would say start out at a really low, like 50 milligrams, and see how you react. But please do your research and do what works for you, and try small dosages before you build up. And I want to do another video because I want to talk about, if you're older, especially with a slant towards people over 50, how would you start your workout after having done a weight loss program, or even if you just want to work out and you haven't worked out in a long time. What are some of the things you could expect to find happen to you, how you want to do that. Thank you for listening, appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. And maybe next time I'll show you my new cup. This one's from San Francisco. See where I get one from next. Bye now.